tape off your surface. I use the easy plastic with the tape already on, and then I give it a little extra reinforcement. I'm gonna give it a quick sand. I have 100 grit sandpaper, and here we go. Making sure to get all of the dust off after sanding, and make sure the surface is prepped. Now I'm gonna paint it with a bonding primer. So just rolling out the bonding primer, nothing fancy. Just try to get a nice even thin coat with the bonding primers on and dry, and I gave it a quick little sand. I used a hand sanding block. This project works really well with acrylic paint. This is literally just a little sample size of acrylic paint that I picked up at my local hardware store. Just pour it on and roll it out. I like to get into the corners using a stiff foam brush. Get a nice sharp edge. Pro tip, seal your roller in a plastic bag to keep it nice and moist and ready to go on your next coat. So I removed the upper layer of tape because it was covered in acrylic paint and I didn't want to risk any leaking on the walls. So I removed it, cleaned up any spots that touched the wall, and reapplied while waiting for the top to dry. Sanded between coats. As you see, when I sanded, I did knock some high points off. There was some goo in my paint. You can avoid this by straining. I didn't have anything to strain and I was kind of anxious to get started, so I'm just going to give it a second coat. All right, here's all the colors of unicorn spit that's going to help make this project epic. Okay, so the number one question that I was asked was how I got the effects with the colors that I did using epoxy. I actually didn't color the epoxy and then create the designs with it. I did everything right on the counter using acrylic and, in this case, unicorn spit as my primary source of color. I used just simple things that I had around the house. So my fancy palette is actually just a plate, and my brushes were ones that I've already had. They're just simple, basic brushes. I even got creative and am using a makeup brush because it has a nice rounded head. So you just use what you have and make it work and keep going until you love it. And then once you love it, you use the clear epoxy to seal in your artwork. So I just start laying out the basic foundation of where I want my colors and the shape and the feel, and keep turning so that you don't have the same brush marks over and over. And then you're just going to start creating a layered effect. So my brush is actually dry. I haven't added any water or any dilution to the unicorn spit. I'm just putting it on directly. And if you get any areas that you don't like where it's too heavy in color, you can just, without even washing your brush, come back over, get some black for low lights, and bring it back down and just keep blending it out. Another trick I use is to load my brush with two separate colors at the same time for a unique blending effect. Just keep going until you love it. So with unicorn spit, if you get too harsh of a line, this is actually already completely dry. I'm just going to dip in the smallest bit of water and start blending. We're getting there. Just lots of blending. After the color's in, I like to come back in with some black and just kind of break it up a little bit to keep it more realistic. I'm starting to see the uniformity between over there and over here. Love it. Make sure to tape off your wall before this next part. What good is a galaxy without stars? And now for the fun part, the stars. I just put some unicorn spit right on the lip of this jar. I dipped the tiniest little bit of water and then get ready to flame. Making stars, making stars. Once you made your stars, now you perfect your stars. So I just get a damp Q-tip and gently erase any that I don't love. All right, all of my stars are done. I think the universe has aligned and I'm ready to seal it. We're ready to use our stone coat countertops to seal our artwork. So I'm going to be using 24 ounces. So I already have 12 ounces of A, and I'm just going to pour it until it's at 24 ounces. So that's equal parts of A and B. I'm doing the 2-bucket method. I mixed thoroughly in my first bucket, and I'm going to transfer it to a second just to make sure that we don't have any parts of the epoxy that aren't thoroughly mixed. To make sure there's no epoxy at all stuck, you want to scrape it all the way around. So I'm using Stone Coat Countertops white glitter. I'm just adding a little bit in there so we have some extra star and glittering effect. So make sure that when you're spreading your epoxy, you're not scraping down on the bottom. You don't want to ruin your art below. So I'm just gently guiding to help give it an even coat. So after you're done chopping everything, to help make everything even and smooth, you're going to let it rest for a little while and then blowtorch out the bubbles. So I'm just playing with the glitter. With Stone Coat Countertops, you have approximately 45 minutes working time. So I'm getting the glitter to kind of form in veins of where I want it to go. I always just baby it. I almost stay here until it's firm, and every few, like 10 minutes or so, I give it another pass with the blowtorch.